Are you feeling a little weird? A lot of us are right now. And it's kind of the weather. The weather's been so weird lately.
June, July felt pretty normal, right? It was hot, it was humid, maybe a little too hot, a little too humid. But August and now September have just been, there's no other way to describe it, weird.
We need you guys to get it together in the weather in the weather department.
You guys are fine.
You're not weird, you're just fine. It's Weather Channel Live. Thanks for hanging out with us. You probably came here because you're like, I don't even know what the weather is doing these days. I need to tune in, and we're here for you. Molly McCollum and Felicia Combs to map it out.
Welcome back into Weather Channel Live. Molly McCollum, Felicia Combs, and you might be wondering, why are the tropics so quiet? And where do we typically look this time of year? Now, no complaints, Felicia, about it being quiet. We like the crickets.
We are also wondering, actually, if you're like, what do you guys think? Well, we're also wondering about it, but we're also so thankful. Man, we have earned a little bit of a quiet season, right? And fingers crossed, maybe it'll stay that way.
Hopefully it stays
that way.
No guarantees. Now, September, the basin, the entire Atlantic basin is still open for business as far as where storms can form. This is historical data, basically showing you storm origins for late September. We still have the MDR, the main development region. We still have the Caribbean. We still have the Gulf.
We have all the doors open for development. But watch what happens as we start to head into October. Here's a look at early October. And what you'll notice is we start to see less development in the MDR there between Africa and the Lesser Antilles, and more development around the Caribbean and into the Gulf.
But when it comes to storms that have formed in the main development region, the MDR, in early October, very few of those actually end up making a landfall in the lower 48.
Yeah, I mean, as we've seen so far this season, we've had a lot of storms develop and make their trek across there and get steered off into the open waters of the Atlantic, which we will always take, right, when we don't have a threat to land. Here's mid-October, and what you'll really start to notice is we really start to see the development shift more here around the Central American gyre and up into the Gulf as well.
So this is your typical tropical tracks when we get into the month of October, which honestly is not that far away. The Central American gyre becomes a big factor. It tends to be a big factor in early season and in the later part of the season.
So you basically have this kind of atmospheric cyclonic circulation, and you also have very, very warm waters in that region. All of those contribute to storms developing and sometimes strengthening quickly.
All right, well, that's your update on the tropics. From tropical storms to viral sensations, the weather never stops.
That's right. We found the 5 videos you absolutely have to see today.
Typically is this time of year in Texas, but this is a retractable roof situation, so we really don't have to worry about the weather in the stadium for the game. It's just to and from the stadium. And that being said, there's no problems.
Yeah, I mean, given that it's a Monday, I'm wondering how much tailgating there actually will be. So even though it's hot before the game, you'll probably be just fine.
And then it'll be hot after the game, too.
It's not cooling off a whole lot.
Still in the 80s. 70s through the overnight hours, even some 60s there in western parts of Texas up towards the Panhandle.
And it's going to be hot again tomorrow. You can see that these temperatures making it into the mid-90s in Dallas and Shreveport. You've got some sunshine as well. So you guys aren't quite feeling that fall-like weather that we had, several days, last week or so?
Last week.
Yeah.
It's hard. Well, we had it for several weeks. It's hard to remember. Las Vegas, also a roof situation. We've got the closed roof here at Allegiant Stadium. So no weather concerns, obviously, inside the stadium, but pretty hot. Not surprising by Vegas standards.
You'll have the sun out, sun shining bright. Overnight tonight, fairly quiet. You'll notice the temperature's not cooling a whole lot there in Phoenix, staying in the lower 80s. And then, of course, another hot day tomorrow.
We're back to the triple digits.